Anyone Can Attain Fitness podcast. This is also available for Lean and Fit Desk Tribe because I'm also doing business as them because I can do that. I learned it. I'm learning new stuff about business. Anyway, this is not what you guys are here about. You're here about another episode of the podcast, which today's episode is Why Dieting Sucks and What to Do Instead. Sustainable Nutrition for Real Results by me, Antonio Burgos. I'm kind of proud of that. Anyway, forget quick fixes. Let's make real, lasting changes. The problem with dieting is dieting implies that it's a temporary fix. You're only going to do this for a little bit of time. You're going to reach your goal and you're going to stop. I talked about that in the previous episode. Dieting leads to like a burnout, frustration, and you can regain weight. I talked about in the previous episode how people from The Biggest Loser gain 70% of their weight back. Not all of them, but those new lifestyle habits that they picked up were not sustainable. So you want to be able to come at this from a sustainable approach, not short-term temporary fixes. If you can't do it forever, don't do it at all. You want to shift your mindset. You would want to change your goal from losing weight to feeling better and performing better, right? You will lose weight when you change your mindset. If that's your goal is to lose weight, you will lose weight, but you might not lose it super quick. And if you're focused on trying to do things quickly, you're again going to lead to burnout. Okay, it's not sustainable. And instead, you start to feel better and you start to do things better, not just like performing better physically, but mentally, you will also feel better about what you're doing. Stop thinking about food as reward or punishment, right? You can't have a great day and give yourself something uh, unhealthy as a retreat because hopefully you're having a lot of good days. And so you keep giving yourself Twinkies. And you keep giving yourself Twinkies because you keep having good days. Now you're going to start, messing with your mindset. You don't want to do that. And at the same time, you don't want to think of food that doesn't taste good as a punishment because then you start associating healthy food overall as a punishment. I used to think when I didn't like vegetables that anytime someone offered me any kind of vegetable on my plate, that it was bad. I hate all vegetables. And that's not true, especially now that I've grown older and I found new ways to cook vegetables. I've just changed my mindset to from all vegetables are bad to I don't like Brussels sprouts. I don't like Brussels sprouts. The other vegetables are cool. So I just don't eat that. Don't chase perfection, chase consistency. Just keep eating right all the time. As long as you keep eating well all the time, you will do better. You don't have to get it perfect every single day, just do better. And customize your approach to what works best for you. I don't like Brussels sprouts. I'm never going to eat Brussels sprouts. Customize your approach, and your lifestyle change will equal long-term success. What you eat matters. You want to eliminate processed junk. It's holding you back. So just when you're grocery shopping, stay with the outside aisles of the grocery store and you'll generally find nutrient-dense, low-calorie food options, high-protein options. The middle aisles tend to have that processed junk. So just stay out of there. Again, you can treat yourself a little bit, but within reason. I wouldn't do that too often, less than 10% of the time. I think I have that later on here. Focus your food on whole, real foods. Avoid fad diets. Unless you know it's going to work for you, I would just avoid it altogether. Fuel your body with what it actually needs. And I'm going to talk about that in another episode, my clients only section. I'll talk about macronutrients. But essentially, you want to just eat the right stuff all the time. Fuel it with the good stuff. A couple of tips, right? What you eat matters. Like I said, ditch processed junk and focus on whole real foods. Eating healthy on a budget. Just buy whole foods, cook at home, and shop smart. If you buy in bulk, you'll tend to do well. You don't have to buy organic. I'll talk about that in a second. You can still cook well and eat well. The sugar trap. Avoid the middle section of the grocery store. That's the biggest thing. If we don't eat processed sugar, we'll do a lot better. More tips here. Cheat meals. There we go. That's the part I was talking about. Moderation is key. Don't let one meal derail your progress. 10% or less of your meals should be cheat meals, and even then, that should be a very small portion, like one serving size at most. You can't have a cheat day. That's going to undo everything, right? You have 20 meals, one or two meals can be not so perfect, and even then, just minimize it. Just be smart. Carbs are not the enemy. It's not that carbs are the problem, okay? It's that we eat them out of whack. Simple sugars are carbs too, and so we eat too many simple sugars, and we're out of whack. Eat complex carbs, eat fiber. You should be doing really well. Told you I'd get back to this one too. Organic isn't always necessary. Just look for nutrient quality first. If you can afford organic, that's great. But I don't really buy organic too. Like I'm doing pretty good. I know that sounds so humble. Anyway, so here's your game plan, right? You're gonna ditch processed foods, right? We're gonna eat whole nutrient-dense meals. Okay. We're gonna plan for long-term success, not quick fixes. And we're gonna stay consistent. We're not aiming for perfection. That's your plan right there. So this is a lifestyle. It's not a crash diet. Make small, sustainable changes. Easy is better. The easier you can make it, the better it is because you're already going to have other things to stress you out. Let's not make this something that stresses you out. This should be easy, fun, and enjoyable. Fun is relative. And all I want you to do is be better than yesterday. Even if it's just a little bit, if you get just a little bit better every day, eventually you're going to be really, really good at planning your food, at sustaining a healthy nutritional habits. If you like what you heard or what you saw, depending on where you found this, follow, subscribe, or join the Lean and Fit Desk Tribe community group. I'll put that link in the description. And thanks for listening.